Hey guys, it's Kurt Smith checking in with you to do the second hike team video meeting for our upcoming St. Andrews fall hike. And I'm going to just spin this camera around so I can look at you guys for a second. But in this video, we're basically going to be looking at the essential gear checklist and going through the essential gear requirements for the hike, because we don't want anybody getting out there and not having something that you're going to need. And so if you'll just bear with me, I'm going to spin this back around. And you'll see on my dining room table is pretty much everything that you're going to need to have in your backpack. But the first thing I'm going to do is show you my loyal buddy, Emma, who is the veteran of many hikes. And Emma is going to make sure that I don't screw any of this up and that I get all the details right for you guys. So, Em, you just stay right there and make sure that I cover everything for the guys, okay? First thing that we've got here, guys, is the agenda for this meeting that we're going to go through. So if you could print this out, it would be very helpful. The first thing I want to go through very quickly are some key dates that we have coming up. And the first one is on Sunday, October 20th, is the final hike team meeting at St. Andrews. Now, for the guys that are the St. James guys, the Partenheimer brothers, anybody that's from out of town, obviously this is going to be hard for you guys to make, and it's not essential that you're there. But if you can make it, the full team meeting's at 1 o'clock. We're going to have the leadership guys getting together at 12:15, and then at 1, the full team is going to meet. And there we're going to be going over a lot of the logistical issues for our Thursday departure. If you can't make this, not to worry. We'll have a follow-up video that I'll be sending out to you guys probably that Monday of the 17th. The other key date to dial in on is on Thursday, October 20th. That's our departure for Pisgah. If you're a driver, we're going to have you meet at St. Andrews at 5:30 a.m. in the St. Andrews parking lot. If you're a rider, you'll meet at the St. Andrews parking lot at 6 a.m. And if you're a driver, hopefully you've already told us now that you can drive or you're available to drive, because that is information that we're looking for right now, who can drive and who can't. The requirement to be a driver is simply, do you have a vehicle that will comfortably seat 4 guys in gear? And anybody that's riding in your car will give you $20 per guy gas money. So if you can drive, you're not going to get stiffed on the gas money. Don't worry about that. We'll take care of that for you. And then the other key date is Sunday, October 23rd. We're home by 6 p.m. Next thing is we need you to register for the hike if you haven't done so already. And that basically means getting on standrews.church website, go to the Connect link, go to the men's ministry link, and then go to the men's fall hike, and then click on the register. And basically what you're going to do there is you're going to go on and you're going to pay your $40 registration fee. The $40 covers the cost of your dinners that we're ordering from Mountain House, and also it gives us a little extra for some scholarship money for the guys that need it. The hike team roster. I'm going to just pan over here to, this is actually the Google Doc sheet that we've been talking about. Up on the top, you'll see the Alpha team listed, and then here you'll see the Mu team listed. And what we're looking for on this sheet is we want to know, the questions we're asking is, do you own a tent? Do you own a water filter? Do you own a camp stove? If you have one, great, you let us know. If you don't have one, you can either leave it blank or just put no. And then we're asking also, are you available to drive if we need you? And then we'll let you know if you're definitely a driver, and then who's riding in your car. And then we're also finding out if you've paid or not. And you can see that Alpha is looking real, or the Omega team's looking real good. Alpha still has a bunch of work to do in getting dialed in on this, but we need to get this done immediately. So if you can get on there today, tomorrow, and get registered if you haven't done so, and then answer these questions for us, we would really, really appreciate it. Okay, the next thing is the essential gear checklist. And this is really important stuff. And I'm just going to pan over to this. We've included it as an attachment. If it's not on this list, you don't need it in your backpack. If it's on this list, it should be in your pack, and you're going to wish you had it if it's not on here. And what I do, this is maybe my 19th hike I've been on, I still go through with a red felt tip pen, and I mark every item. I cross it off with the pen to check that I've got it, because even as many hikes as you maybe have been on, it's very possible to forget something and you'll really wish you had it. Now I'm going to go through the table here and kind of highlight the items that I've got ready to go. And all this will be going in my backpack, and it will fit in that fine looking pack right there. In fact, just before I get on to that, let me show you my pack for a second. This is an Osprey internal frame backpack. It's a very good one. It's very lightweight, fits great, has that mesh in the back so it's not real hot to wear. We really recommend that you get something like this or use bar or something like this instead of the old tubular external frame packs that are very heavy and cumbersome. Two other things I want to show you. This is on your essential gear checklist. It's the bag of clothes to wear on the ride home. And basically what I do is I take that duffel, I put a clean t-shirt, clean pair of shorts, nice clean pair of socks, some baby powder, and a towel. And I throw it in this bag, and in the Trailhead parking lot on Sunday, I will strip down and I'll put that stuff on, powder up real good, and then when we get to a bathroom, I'll go and give my face a real good scrub and have that nice dry towel. And then over here is the gear the clothing that I'm going to wear on Thursday morning as we head out. And I'll wear this stuff for Thursday through Friday night. So it's my polypropylene boxers, my Under Armour t-shirt, my Polypro shorts, my wool socks, smart wool socks with some Polypro liners, and my boots. Now the boots I'll put in my duffel bag and I'll wear something like this on the ride up. But then I make sure the boots are in the duffel bag so I don't forget them because I don't want to be hiking in these all weekend. And if you notice, there's nothing here that's cotton. We want to stay away from cotton because cotton won't dry out. And so it's so important, and we have that on the Essential Gear checklist on your clothing, to not wear cotton because once cotton gets wet, it just stays damp and it starts to smell, and you'll be miserable wearing cotton. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the top here. First thing you're going to see is my tent. This is it's a great tent. It's a Big Agnes 2 to 3 man trail tent. My tent mate will carry half of that. I'll carry the other half. So I'll carry the tent, he'll carry the poles, or vice versa. This is about a 4-pound tent, so that's 2 pounds that I'm going to be carrying, and then my tent mate will carry the other 2 pounds. Over here is my camp chair. This is a Helinox chair. It's a really good one. You don't have to have a camp chair. There's stumps and rocks and whatever, but having something to sit on is really nice. And after multiple hikes, I upgraded to this, which is really terrific. This is my air mattress that I use. It's a good one. Again, after many hikes that I've been on, I've got a real good one now. And this condenses down nice and tight into this little cinch sack, but I blow it up and it gives me real comfortable sleeping. Right here, this is really important stuff. A little hand trowel shovel and my toilet paper, wet wipes, some Gold Bond powder. When you got to do number 2, you're heading up into the woods. You've got your shovel that you dig a hole with, usually about a 6-7 inch hole, and then you're doing your business and everything. Your toilet paper gets buried in the hole, you cover it up, and that is regular woods dirt on there, not any other kind of dirt. But I always have it in this bag just so the dirt doesn't get on my stuff. This is a pair of water shoes. The Moo team is going to need water shoes. More on that to follow later. But because we will be doing an extensive river crossing hike probably on Saturday. And if you notice the water shoes, you don't just want a pair of flip-flops because the flip-flops don't have something in the back heel. And so if you had flip-flops, you'd probably blow out the little pop top thing right there. So you want something that's going to hook around the back of your heel and be very stable while you're wearing it. This is a pair of Keens. They're a little heavier than I would like, but they do the trick, and actually I might be looking for a lighter pair before we depart. This is my clothesline right here. I always bring that. This thing's probably, I don't know how old that is, but it's been on a lot of hikes. String it up between 2 trees, hang that sweaty, nasty t-shirt and socks on there, and my towel and whatever else needs to go on there. I bring only 1 water bottle because I have a Camelback water bladder in my backpack. And so I bring this as extra water. Usually the Camelback gets me through the day. I'll have that filled up in case I need it, and then this is what I drink out of at nighttime. This is my sleeping bag, which goes into this cinch sack, so it's nice and compact for packing, but then it opens up into a nice, big, comfortable bag. Right here you see a couple of the team items that you might be asked to carry. This is an MSR stove, this is a water pump, and this is a propane tank. We'll carry about 5 of these with us. We'll probably have 3 or 4 stoves and probably 2 filters and a bag filter. So you may be asked at the trailhead on Thursday, hey, can somebody carry a stove? Can somebody carry one of the fuel tanks? So you may end up with some of that stuff in your pack, maybe not. Over here is my waterproof cover for my backpack. If it rains, I have this somewhere where I can quickly get to it. It goes over my pack, and then at nighttime, I also cover my pack up to keep the dew off. This is my pillow, which is actually, it blows up, but when I'm not using it, it condenses down into that little cinch sack, which is great. Over here is my headlamp. You can either do a flashlight or a headlamp. Having nothing, you're going to be in the dark. So these things are great. You just put it on at night and you're good to go. I always carry extra batteries with me. This is my Bible that I bring along. It's just it's a great little trail Bible. And then this is actually a little notebook that I'll be doing some of the spiritual teachings out of. Moving right along here, looking at some clothing. So I switch into a clean pair of boxers and socks and t-shirt on Friday night. So I hike for 2 days in my first set of, in my first tee and socks and boxers, and then Friday night I'll wash in the creek and I'll put this clean stuff on along with a clean t-shirt, which I have over here, and then I also carry a long sleeve tee that I'll wear usually when I'm sleeping at night. This right here is a very lightweight zip up jacket along with a pullover. I'm trying to layer up. We're probably going to be seeing temperatures maybe in the upper 30s at night. And so by layering up into this kind of stuff, you can stay warm. Over here is my poncho. And then this is a very lightweight rain jacket. I wear the rain jacket if it really gets nasty, and then I wear it at nighttime. But if it's raining when we're hiking, I always wear a poncho because I think it's more comfortable. You have more air moving underneath you. Let's see. And the last thing was these are my gloves and the bottom of my shorts. So I can zip those on, so I now have long sleeve pants, and then a skull cap. If your hands are warm, your head's warm, you're usually warm. So I always bring that stuff even on a spring hike. Looking at my food, here's my dinners. You'll be given 3 of these. These are the Mountain House freeze-dried dinners. They're great. You just add hot water to them, zip the top open, pour the water in, zip it closed, let it sit for a couple minutes, and you eat it right out of the pouch. This is my grits that I'll use for breakfast that will go right into this little bowl right here. I usually do 2 packs of grits each morning for breakfast. And then I have Gatorade packets that I'll put into my water during the day when I'm hiking to make sure I have plenty of electrolytes in me. My lunches, which you provide your breakfast and your lunches. My lunches are these, you need lunch for Friday and Saturday, since we'll eat before we get on the trail Thursday, and then we'll have a barbecue lunch served to us Sunday and we get off. So this is a little packet of chicken salad. So I have my Friday and my Saturday lunch, and then I use this quesadilla bread to roll it up in. I have some of these cheese sticks that I'll throw in there, and then I also have some trail mix and some power bars if I need it. And you want to bring an extra empty bag, that's a empty freezer bag, that your trash will go into that. And you want to make sure that you bring that along because we carry our trash out, and a lot of this stuff will not burn in the fire, so you're going to need that stuff. That's pretty much it. If it's, like I said, if it's not on this list, you don't need it. If it's on that list, you're going to want it. One thing I did forget to show you was my where I put my bathroom stuff. This is a little ditty bag that I have my contact lens, soap, toothbrush, and earplugs. Earplugs are really important. You get 20-something guys in a tight campsite, there's some snoring going on. So you want to make sure you bring those along. All right, fellas, that is pretty much it. If you have any questions, you need to borrow any gear, anything at all, let me know. Let Al Simmons, our full team trail leader, know. We are praying for you guys. We want nothing to get in between us and the trail on October 20th. So, man, stay vigilant and get yourself prepared and get yourself ready to go. And we will look forward to seeing you guys on the 20th.